Welcome back. Welcome back. Today, we're yapping about the bottom feeders of the NFL. We're halfway through the season. We already know who's going to suck, who's going to be in the top 5 pick range, and that's what we're talking about today. First, we are starting off with the New York Jets. Not too bad of a performance last night against Drake May and the Patriots. It wasn't bad. Justin Fields looked decent. He looked decent. Everything else was horrible. Justin Fields, he's a great runner. It's fun to watch that. Other than that, the whole NFL tried to warn you about Justin Fields. Giving this guy starting quarterback money in the year 2025, have you not seen enough? Did you not see it last year with the Steelers where he got benched because the throws he couldn't make were losing them games? Justin Fields, it's over. It's over for the dream. I thought he was going to be great. I think, honestly, he should attempt to be a running back. Not even being mean. Like, he is so good at running the football. He needs to try and be a running back. He's huge. He takes hits. He's a beast. Try running back. He'd be so good at it. Membo. They hit on their draft picks last year, which is good. Membo looks like a beast. I wish the Raiders picked him. JNT's still a dog. Fashanu. They have their offensive tackles figured out for the next 10 years, which is huge when you need to develop a franchise quarterback, which they will get next year. Garrett Wilson, he's on the IR. I cannot wait till this dude has a quarterback, maybe more, Mendoza, Simpson next year. I cannot wait to see him with a good quarterback. It's going to be so fun to watch. He is a baller, top 10 receiver in this league. Breece Hall, contract year. What's going to be the decision with him? I fully expect them to re-sign him with the way you could tell they're building blocks for this quarterback to come in, to maybe have one down year, and then boom, playoffs. They're going to start competing soon. This Jets team, they're not far away. They're not far away, especially after trading Sauce Gardner, Quinnen Williams, 3 first-round picks. Listen, sounds like the Raiders from back when they traded Jacobs, Amari Cooper, they traded Khalil Mack. You got to hit on these picks. The only way this will ever be worth it is if you hit on those picks, because these are good trades. Sauce, 2 first-round picks for Sauce on that contract. Elite move. Elite. But you have to hit on these picks. The next team we have up is a perennial tank team. We got the Brownies. The Browns are always down here, man. They're 2-7. This was expected before the year began. They had no hope. They drafted Gabriel. They drafted Shadur. What were they doing? They were just praying. Dylan Gabriel, he's just as advertised. Small, weak arm, not very mobile. And the one thing he was supposed to be good at coming in the NFL was his progressions. His ability to read the defense, go through his progressions, go through his reads, and he's not been good at that. I expect Shadur to start very soon. Very soon. The O-line is horrible now. I think their O-line was in their prime back in 2020. They still have 3 players from that team. Jerry Jeudy, he finally did something last week. He's a average wide receiver too. Extremely overpaid. I look at him just the way Steve Smith looks at him. He's a punk. Sorry as hell. I don't like Jerry Jeudy at all. I never have. Harold Fannin. Harold. Beast. He will be catching 70 balls a year for the rest of his career. Book it. Quinshon Judkins. Future bell cow. He's going to be running for 1,200 yards, probably catching 40 passes in the upcoming years. He is a beast. Get Jerome Ford. I don't want to see Jerome Ford ever touch the field anymore. It's time for the rookies. Jerome Ford, bounce. It should be Judkins 70%, Sampson 30%. Jerome Ford should have been traded. He shouldn't be playing. There's no point. Myles Garrett. Oh my God. Bro, why do you keep staying in Cleveland, Myles Garrett? Why'd you sign the last extension? I want a trade request this offseason. Get out of there. For your best interest. Take a pay cut. Just go on a competitor, man. You'd have so much more fun. Denzel Ward, he's taking a step down this year. He's playing a lot. But I just don't see how any of these veteran players can be motivated in Cleveland. What are they playing for? They've been playing for the same thing every year. A better draft position. When will it change in Cleveland? Doesn't it just blow your guys' mind that we talk about these same three teams every year, it seems like now? The Jets, the Browns, and the Raiders. Man, I just laugh now because the Raiders are always here. We suck. They're terrible. Pete Carroll comes in. What are we doing, Pete? This is not what I expected. I did not expect a team that is top 5 in penalties. It looks like last year, but worse. And we added veteran coaching, which we thought would be a Band-Aid. Oh my God. This team is just not good enough. They didn't attack in the offseason. Geno is not riding back. 12 turnover-worthy plays. 12 turnovers. That is unlucky as hell. That is so unlucky, but at the same time, make some better decisions. It's a mix of bad luck and bad decisions for Geno. Ashton Jeanty, one of our bright spots. Him and Brock Bowers, for sure. But he's going to be running behind a bottom 5 O-line for the next couple years, probably. Because you can't just snap your finger and an offensive line's good. It's not how it works. But at the same time, the O-line's been cooked by injuries. Colton Miller out for the year. Jackson Powers-Johnson wasn't playing that great, but now he's hurt. Which that's just losing a mauler. DTs don't want to go against maulers who love to hit. And that is horrible. Draft class. Oh my goodness. Don't get me started on this draft class. It's another year of drafting for the Raiders. Everybody is useless besides Jeanty. Jack Bech can't separate. Holding on blocks. That's what he's supposed to be good at. He's supposed to be a good blocker. Dante Thornton can't separate. Can't catch. I'm still holding faith for them. Some receivers take more time. Thornton was a project. We knew this. He's going to be good. Thornton is going to be a baller. Trust me. Mad Max, just like Myles Garrett, Mad Max, you need to go. I am a diehard Raider fan. Please leave. I want to see you succeed somewhere else, bro. There's no point of you staying on a losing team and saying, oh, I'm loyal. Sports are bigger than being loyal, Max. Go win. Chip Kelly, the most expensive offensive coordinator in the year, gives Brock Bowers one catch for 30 yards off of trading Jacoby Myers. Chip Kelly, you are a fraud. After looking at it, look at Ohio State's team last year. Who isn't coaching that team to a national championship? Who? 2 running backs who were kicking butt in the NFL. Emeka Egbuka kicking butt. Jeremiah Smith kicking it. Carnell Tate. Will Howard. Top tier O-line. He had it all at Ohio State. And that's what the Raiders missed. Pete Carroll, he may be one and done this offseason. This may be all it is for him. Because what else is there to talk about on the defensive side of the ball? Porter doesn't play. The D-line, Malcolm Kuntz, has been horrible since his ACL tear, which makes sense. It's usually a 2-year recovery. They let Chason leave. He's got 8 sacks for the Patriots. It will not end for the Raiders. I miss Derek Carr. Yep, I miss Derek Carr. Come back, Derek Carr. Next team on the battlegrounds are the Tennessee Titans. Last year's top selection was Cam Ward, who they selected. Which is I liked the Cam Ward pick. I think Cam Ward is really good. But with the way this team was built and how bad it was and how bad it looks now, they should not have picked Cam Ward. What they're doing to Cam Ward this season is only hurting him. It reminds me of what the Bears did with Caleb Williams his first year. He didn't make any improvements. Wasted a whole year. He has to find a new coach. Has to get back on track. Has to get rid of the bad habits. It's not a good recipe for a quarterback that you invested a first overall pick in. You want to make him look good, and he looks horrible right now because what's around him. The O-line is trash. This O-line is horrible. The receiving weapons, horrible. His top option is never healthy. Calvin Ridley is a 30-year-old washed slot receiver. The running backs, Tajay Spears and Tony Pollard, are they going to help you at all? Spears shows some burst. Tony Pollard is a shell of himself. I just can't believe this team picked a quarterback when they didn't have anything around him. It's been a horrible year for the Titans and Cam Ward. At least they know Cam Ward is their guy. He has made some crazy plays. This is also a benefit to all the teams I mentioned before. The Titans don't need a quarterback, and they're probably going to end up with this top pick. It could be an interesting offseason for the Titans. They could get a lot of assets if there's a quarterback that everybody knows, oh, we got to get him before the other team gets him. They will get a big package for that first pick. And I don't see how they don't get the first pick this year. They are by far the worst team in the NFL. On the defensive side, Jeffrey Simmons, he looks good. He got hurt. He's going to come back after the bye. They fired their coach. I think it was Brian Callahan. He's fired. They got to find a new coach next season. It's another difficult process. The Titans are in a horrible position. This is going to be a long rebuild. The Titans are in no way contending within the next 3 years. It'll probably be 4 years down the road. They will finish with the first overall pick. Book it. I fully believe that this next team is by far the most exciting team out of the bunch. The New York Football Giants. You just fired a coach. Brian Dable's gone. What are they going to do at the head coach position? John Gruden? Clint Kubiak up in Seattle? Spagnuolo from the Chiefs? Someone's going to want this job. Somebody is going to want to coach Jackson Dart. Man, is he a blast to watch. He is so good. All the issues he supposedly had at Ole Miss are not there. His throws to the sideline. His checkdowns. He's got it all. He's a beast. It sucks that he's injured. Been getting injured. He needs to protect himself. I want to watch Jackson Dart play. Everybody wants to watch Jackson Dart play. He needs to protect himself. Get down to the ground. Andrew Thomas, baller of a tackle. They got some pieces. Cam Scadaboo, before his injury, looked like a mauler. Looked like a guy who ran with his head cut off. How fun was he to watch? Malik Neighbors, the best receiver in the NFL when healthy. Top 3. I don't care what you say. I cannot wait till he gets back with Jackson Dart. Whoo-wee. They definitely have their cornerstones of this franchise. They are all injured. Not every single one, but they've all been injured. Abdul Carter, what a pick. What a pick. Dude, I think has 0 sacks right now. 0 sacks. But he has 36 pressures. I think it's about top 10 in the NFL. 36 pressures. 0 sacks. The sacks are on the way. How unlucky is that? On the other side, Mr. Spider-Man, Brian Burns, is top 3 in sacks with 32 pressures. Isn't that insane how the stat like sacks work? Abdul Carter has 36 pressures. Abdul Carter's to Brian Burns is 32. But he has 10 more sacks. Isn't that just insane? Sexy Dexy, still elite. He's not playing up to his level, but he's still a beast run stopper. Still on the field almost every play. But my whole thing, dude, the Giants, they are so close. They have some pieces. They need to add some in the secondary. They need to address. They need some linebackers. But, dude, this could be an insane offseason for the Giants if they hit this coaching hire right. They could compete as early as next year. And they could not finish top 10. But I look at their schedule and I see them struggling down the line, especially if Dart doesn't stay healthy. He has yet to show us that he's going to stay in the game every single game. We need to see it. Giants need to get healthy and hit on their offseason projections and picks. And they'll be really good for a long time. The New Orleans Saints, fresh off a quarterback change. Tyler Shough, season is finally here. He looked great against the Panthers, so we got to be cautious. It was against the Panthers. He was feeling pressure.
insanely well. He was stepping up in the pocket, delivering balls. His touch was
Awesome. That one throw to Juwan Johnson, it was like that combine clip. Just a little toss to the end zone. That bomb to Chris Olave. You can't throw the ball better than that. Man, he could be something. Maybe the 26-year-old rookie is good. Maybe he's just gonna be good. That would be crazy. That he's that old and he just
come and being a baller. It'd be awesome to see for the Saints as they're looking for their quarterback.
No more Spencer Rattler. That project seems to be over. But I mean, I could see him get another chance somewhere for sure. He has some traits. Both tackles have been awesome. Fuaga keeps taking steps up. Banks looks like one of the steals of this draft, that offensive tackle. Their interior is terrible. That's where all the pressure comes from. All of it. Chris Olave. Man. Congrats, Chris Olave. This is a season that you deserved after dealing with so many concussions. He's finally having his breakout. Could be an all-pro this year. Top 3 in targets. He's going to get paid this offseason. That's for sure. Juwan Johnson, finally in an expanded role from receiver, changing over to tight end. We've never seen him get this many targets in an expanded role. He's always been stuck behind Taysom Hill, Foster Moreau. Kellen Moore saw more in Juwan Johnson, and he is playing awesome. He's
a good, startable tight end.
Alvin Kamara, this is a sad decline. One of the most electric players we've seen in the past 10 years. Slowly, he's just declining. He's not what he used to be. That's what happens with running backs. The decline is steep and quick. I mean, at least they had Kendre Miller, who looked great, but he tore his knee. Kendre Miller is a guy who could be their guy for the future, for sure. On the defensive side, there's not much to talk about. Demario Davis, he's still the captain, still a tackling machine. He's the heart and soul of that defense. Kool-Aid McKinstry, he's been playing decent on the outside. He's been playing better, giving up a lot of touchdowns, but he's slowly coming into his own this season. He's 2 picks, a couple of deflections, sub 60 completion rate against him. It's pretty good. This team has a decent outlook. They need talent. That's all they need. They just need to get talent. They need to just make good signings. They need to hit in the draft, make good choices. And I have full faith in Kellen Moore. His offense is great. You could see that they're scoring a decent amount of points. They're getting yards. It's just those decisions like, Rattler, what was that? Shaw, what was that? He is going to build up one of these quarterbacks to be a beast. If it's not Shaw, it'll be through the draft this season. He will find his guy. I have full faith in Kellen Moore. It may take a little bit, but the Saints will be good soon. The Commanders are a team nobody expected to be here. But with the injury to Jaden Daniels and the football brain everyone's got, who doesn't expect him to sit out the rest of the year? And with the way their schedule looks, I could easily see them finishing in the top 5 with Mariota at quarterback. Mariota's looked fine, but they are just not a good team anymore. It's so insane after watching them last year in the playoffs. A lot of, including me, I thought this ship was taken off. I thought they were not stopping. I thought Jaden Daniels may make the playoffs every year of his career. Man, how they have failed this season. Completely. They didn't even make horrible moves. They just didn't make enough moves. The trade for Tunsil has worked awesome. It's been amazing. He's allowed 1 sack in every game in
all the games he started. 1 sack. He's been one of the top tackles in the league.
Deebo Samuel. They traded a back-end pick for him. He's been back to Deebo Samuel that we saw in 2023, 2022. He's been amazing. The issue with this team is the injuries. And it all started in training camp. It seems like the Commanders just got karma for the way they dealt with Terry McLaurin. And I'm being truthful. How can a guy like Terry McLaurin get disrespected like that? He has been silent his whole, 8 years in Washington? He has been quiet since he got drafted, putting up consistent numbers every year with horrible quarterbacks. And he has a career year. He asked for a pay raise. And they make this man hold out all the way into training camp, all the way into before week 1 of the season, while having Jaden Daniels, their stud quarterback. Oh, this guy just threw 10 touchdowns to him. Let's make him hold out and not build on that connection. Let's disrespect our wide receiver 1, the guy who's been here the longest. That is not how you keep this trajectory of a winning turning point in the franchise. They had a turning point last year, and they completely failed to capitalize it, especially on the rookie contract. It was a total disaster from the start of the offseason. They trade Brian Robinson. Austin Eckler gets hurt. JCM, he's decent. He's a good player. It's just the line is horrible. The injuries have just piled up. And then when someone comes back, another man's down. Terry McLaurin finally comes back. Goes back down. Because he wants to play. He wants to play, but he can't get back there, and he's forcing himself, and he re-injures it. Oh, the Commanders. Described by injuries. Old veteran defense is what I see. Besides the injuries, Amos got hurt. He looked like a promising young corner. He gets hurt. Their linebackers can't cover the sidelines. Bobby Wagner, Luva, you're too slow. The pass rush is nowhere to be seen. Isn't Von Miller on the Commanders? Dude, I think he is. I think Von Miller's on that team. He's washed. The Commanders, I could easily see them finishing top 5, which it could be a good thing. It's kind of like the Pacers in the NBA. I guess you could take it as a rebuild year. You're still going to compete next year, hopefully, with Jaden Daniels. Man, what a failed year 2 for Jaden Daniels and the Commies. How do you guys think the top 5 is going to pan out? Are you guys on the side of when your teams suck, you want them to keep losing? Do you want them to try to keep winning every week? I want to know how fans of these teams think, because my team is always here, and it's starting to become a norm. Here's my projections for the top 10 picks at the end of the season. As we're halfway through, we should have a good basis. So here's my predictions, and I'll catch y'all boys tomorrow.